We are going to see the chapter Human Eye and the Colorful World. Here, our eyes all helps us to see all the beautiful things around us. Okay, in this chapter, we are going to study the structure of the eye and the function of the eye and the eye defects in detail. Our eyes helps us to see all the beautiful colors. Okay, here our eyes are based on the principle of refraction of light. So here our eye lens is convex lens. Okay, it forms a inverted real image of the object. So the image formed is inverted. Our brain interprets the image as erect. Okay, so here, so first let's see the structure of the human eye. Here our eyes are based on the principle of refraction of light. It acts like a camera. It has a convex lens. It has a convex lens, and here the light enters the eyes, gets refracted from cornea and the eye lens and forms the image on the screen called retina. The light sensitive cells on retina sends the electric signals to the brain via the optic nerves. So now our brain interprets these signals and we are able to see the objects. Okay, here the shape of the human eye is spherical in shape. So it has a diameter of 2.3 centimeter. And next we are going to see the cornea. So this cornea is present. It is the outermost layer. Okay, so it is transparent in nature. So most of the refraction of light occurs in this outer surface of cornea. Okay, next we are going to move on to the iris. Iris is present behind the cornea. It is behind the cornea. There is a dark muscular structure. Okay, so it is called iris. The color of the iris is different for different peoples. Okay, it can be blue, brown, any colors. Okay, some have brown eyes, some have black, and some have blue likewise. So iris gives a color to the eye. So next we are moving on to the pupil. Here there is a small opening called the pupil. Pupil, it regulates the amount of light that can enter through the eyes. The pupil is the hole. It is the hole in the middle of the iris. Okay. Next, there is a lens. Okay. This lens we have already discussed as convex lens. It is also called the crystalline lens. Okay. This lens forms the inverted real image on the screen at the back of the eye called retina. Okay. So next, so retina. So first we can see what is retina. It is a delicate layer on the back of the eye. It is present in the back of the eye. The image is formed on the retina. Okay. So retina contains various light cells, light sensitive cells. Okay. These cells generate the electric signals and transfer them to the brain via the optic nerves. Okay. These are the light sensitive cells. Here there are two types of cells. It can be of cones and rods. They are all sensitive to bright light and dim light. So next, optic nerves. Optic nerves or transmitter. These nerves transmit the signals, okay, to the brain. Next, the ciliary muscle. Ciliary muscles, it helps in changing the shape of the lens. It only allows us to focus according to the distance that we see. Next we are going to see the function of the iris and pupil. Okay, so iris regulates the amount of light entering the eye. So in daytime and nighttime, it regulates the light entering inside. Okay, so in daytime the amount of light entering our eyes is more. Okay, so the iris contracts the pupil and it allows only little amount of light to enter, but in night time the amount of light is very small because it will be very dark. So the iris, what it will do? Automatically it expands the pupil to allow more light, to enter. Okay. Here we are going to see the topic blind spot. Blind spot is a small area of the retina insensitive to light where the optic nerve leaves the eye. It is present in the junction of the optic nerve and retina. Here no light sensitive cells are present. So here, because of this, no vision is possible in this spot. Next, we are going to see about the power of accommodation. Power of accommodation, here the accommodation is the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is called the accommodation. Here we can see there are two cases. When the eye lens are thin, here the ciliary muscles are relaxed, the focal length increases. So here the distance objects can be seen very clearly. So when the lens are thick, the ciliary muscles are contracted and the focal length decreases. So here the nearby objects can be seen very clearly. Okay. And for a normal eye, for a young adult, we can see objects between 25, 25 centimeter and infinity. So here the near point is about 25 centimeter and the far point is infinity. So here we are going to see the topic defects of a human eye and their corrections. So here there are few eye defects that are caused by several factors. These conditions can be improved by some corrections. So we are going to see first the eye defects in detail. So the first defect is the myopia. This myopia is nothing but it is called the nearsightedness. Here, the person having this defect can only see the nearby objects clearly compared to the distance objects. So, a person with this defect has the far point nearer than infinity. Such a person can see only up to a distance of few meters. Okay. Here, this condition can be corrected using a concave lens. It can be corrected using a concave lens. So, next defect is we are going to see the hypermetropia. This defect is also called as farsightedness. Here, the person with this eye defect can only see the distance objects clearly compared to the nearby objects. Okay, this condition can be corrected using a convex lens. So next, the third defect is presbyopia. This presbyopia, here it is a age related condition. It is caused for several reasons. It can be due to the weakening of the ciliary muscles or hardening of the lens and reduced lens flexibility. Okay, so a person with this defect usually finds difficulty focusing on nearby objects and they are unable to read or write. Okay, sometimes a person may suffer from both myopia and hypermetropia. So these people they have to wear the bifocal lenses. This bifocal lenses, as name indicates, it contains both the concave and the convex lenses. Okay, it is of divided into two types. Okay, the upper portion will be of the upper portion will be the concave. The upper portion will be the concave lens. It is for the distance vision. The lower part is a convex lens and it is for the nearest vision. So it can be possible by wearing these glasses. So here we are seeing the diagrams for the myopic eye and the hypermetropic eye. Here in the myopic eye, the image of the distance object is formed in front of the retina and not on the retina. So here this defect is corrected using a concave lens. Okay, using this concave lens. So next defect that we have seen is the hypermetropic eye. Here the image of the nearby object is formed behind the retina. So this defect is corrected using a convex lens. Okay, and the third condition that we saw is that the presbyopia. This defect is also corrected as same as the hypermetropic correction, that is by using a convex lens. Okay, these two conditions, that is the myopia and hypermetropia, are the common defects that are found in the eye. So we are going to see about the eye defect called cataract. This cataract mainly affects the old age people. So it is a age related condition. Here the people with cataract have a cloudy lenses. So they will have a blurred vision. They cannot see anything properly or clearly. So here this cataract can be corrected using a surgery method. If this cataract is there, it slowly decreases the vision of the eye, and it can even lead to the total loss of vision. Okay, so this cataract should be corrected using a surgery method. In surgery method, the opaque lens is replaced with an artificial lens. So after surgery, they can have a normal vision. Okay, so this cataract cannot be corrected using the spherical lens method. They can be only opted for surgery method. So this is the way the cataract can be corrected. So these are all the eye defects that can be corrected. You're going to see about the dispersion of white light by a glass prism. Here first we want to know about what is dispersion. Dispersion is nothing but it's the splitting of white light into 7 colors through a medium called glass prism. This is called dispersion of light. Okay, they are splitted into 7 colors, that is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Okay, the band of 7 colors formed on a white screen. When a beam of white light is passed through a glass prism, then this is called the spectrum of white light. So these are the 7 colors. Okay, so here they stands for VIBGR. Okay, so here these different colors of light bend through different angles with respect to the incident ray. So here the light of red light is bent to the least. The violet light, that is bent the most. Okay, in this picture. So when the white light is incident, they are dispersed into 7 colors. Again, through a prism, when it is this one, they are combined together to form the white light. So white light is a combination of all these 7 colors. Atmospheric refraction is nothing but it's a refraction of light by the earth surface. Okay, this is caused by bending of the light rays when they pass through different layers of the earth surface. So these have a different densities. So many examples are there for atmospheric refractions. So they might be the twinkling of stars, sunrise, sunset, or anything. Stars appear higher than actually they are. So these are all the examples of atmospheric refractions. Twinkling of stars. This twinkling of stars is due to the atmospheric refraction of starlight. The stars emit their own light. Due to this light, the stars shine in the night sky. Okay, here the starlight reaching our eyes increases or decreases continuously due to the atmospheric refraction. And this is why the stars appear to twinkle at night. Scattering of light. So when a light beam goes through a medium, it hits the particles existing in them. So in this phenomena, some of the light rays gets absorbed, okay, while other gets scattered in various directions. So the intensity of the scattered light depends on the particle size and the wavelength. So next is the Tyndall effect. The scattering of light particles in its path. The path may be a dust or water molecule, anything. This is called the Tyndall effect. So example of Tyndall effect is a beam of sunlight that is visible through a dark room, that as it passes through the dust particles in the air of the room is the example of the Tyndall effect. Here we are going to see about why the color of the sun is red during sunrise and sunset. This is because the light has to travel through a larger portion of the Earth's atmosphere. So the extended path causes shorter wavelength colors to scatter away. So the longer wavelength color red light will reach our eyes. So okay, it scatters at the least. So that is the reason the sun and the sky appears red during sunrise and sunset. So next we are going to see about why red is chosen as a danger signal. So the primary reason for this is the color red is scattered the least by the air molecule as it have the longer wavelength. So the effect of scattering is inversely related to the wavelength of the color. So that is the reason the violet blue which have the least wavelength, that is the shorter wavelength, or all visible radiations is scattered the most, and red has the highest wavelength of all colors, so it is scattered the least. That is the reason the red light can travel through long distance through fog and mist, so we can see it from a long distance. So that is why the red color is chosen. So next we are going to see about why the sky is of blue color. So the blue color of the sky is due to the scattering of light in the atmosphere. We already know that the longer wavelength is colors like red, orange and yellow. They pass through without much scattering. Okay. So shorter wavelength colors like blue get absorbed by the gas molecules and are scattered in various directions. So the scattered blue reaches our eye from all directions. That is the reason the sky appears blue. Okay, this is the reason. So next we are going to see about why clouds are white in color, because of the sunlight. This sunlight which contains all 7 colors. Okay, we know that the white color is the combination of all 7 colors that we have described in the Vibgya. It is scattered by large water droplets within the clouds. Okay, the scattering process evenly scatters all colors and maintaining the sunlight's whiteness. So as the result, this clouds appears white against the blue sky background.